The New York Knicks look like straight trash. The New York Knicks were so embarrassing last night. Sanitation workers wouldn't have wanted to show up in Madison Square Garden. They couldn't take that smell. But that's not why I'm going off. You see them. Points per game differential, 29th in the NBA, dead last in offensive efficiency, dead last in field goal percentage shooting, 28th. That's third worst in the league in assists per game. They're trash! They stink! And ladies and gentlemen, just for the interest of full disclosure, ESPN Radio in New York City is the flagship station for the New York Knicks, and I'm still telling you, they stink. Period. Even that is not why I'm sitting up here ticked off. Had nothing to do with that. What it has everything to do with are two individuals I genuinely like and respect and was more than happy to see hovering over this franchise until yesterday. That would happen to be Steve Mills, president of basketball operations for the New York Knicks, and Scott Perry, the general manager for the New York Knicks. You know, Steve Mills was named president of the New York Knicks on July 14th, 2017. I'm going to show you how fond I am of this man. You listen to me, Jonathan Winthrop, my producer. You know how fond I am of this man, Steve Mills? You know how fond I am of this man, Scott Perry? I'm not going to mention the Knicks record since they've taken over. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to give them that pass. Because the record is atrocious. We anticipated that was going to be the case. I am on the record stating the obvious. David Fizdale should not have been picked as coach of the New York Knicks ahead of Mark Jackson. Why did I say that? Had nothing to do with David Fizdale's coaching. It had everything to do with the fact that you had to have a voice representing the New York Knicks franchise that New Yorkers would gravitate to, who they would listen to, and they would accord the necessary level of patience because he was one of their own. That's where Mark Jackson came in. Ladies and gentlemen, I will never in this lifetime defend head coach David Fizdale of the New York Knicks more than I'm about to do right now. Steve Mills and Scott Perry are throwing him under the bus. Somebody's got to say it. You don't do what the hell they did yesterday. You don't do it unless you fired the man. You don't do it before you fire him. You don't do it when you're about to send him out to coach the team. You don't do what they did yesterday. And in the interest of full disclosure, I don't think I've had more than one conversation with David Fizdale since he's been hired as the coach of the New York Knicks because I knew misery was on its way. And why the hell should I be in the path of that level of tension and depression and everything else that comes with it? I haven't spoken to David Fizdale in over a year. I like him. I respect him. I believe he's a better coach than the record indicates. But that is not why I'm sitting here going off. And I'm not going off about Steve Mills and Scott Perry if the conversation that they had took place with James Dolan behind closed doors. But how do you come out in a press conference with a straight damn face on an NFL Sunday evening in the immediate aftermath of an atrocious loss to a hapless Cleveland Cavaliers squad and literally say with a straight face We were supposed to be better than this with the roster you have accumulated. How do you do that? How do you do that? What the hell is going on? I watched the game Friday night where the New York Knicks almost blew the game against the Dallas Mavericks because they missed 3 consecutive free throws. Julius Randle missed one. I forgot who missed the previous 2. I watched Marcus Morris handling the ball like he was a point guard. Like he was supposed to be the one running plays. I watched them give the ball to Julius Randle, not in the post. This brother was dribbling the ball up the damn court when everybody knows he's going left. Now you can point the finger. And you can sit up there and you can say, that's Fizdale. You know what Fizdale can come back with? Who the hell am I supposed to give the ball to? What kind of roster did you accumulate? Marcus Morris, Julius Randle, Elfrid Payton, Frank Ntilikina. Dennis Smith ain't even there. Depression's got him home. R.J. Barrett is a rookie. He's got promise, but he needs to work on being ambidextrous too instead of using his damn left hand all the time. He says he's right-handed. When I see it, I'll let him know. What kind of roster is this? I am having a very bad day. I am in no mood. This, today, is one of the worst days that I've had in a long time. I'm not in the mood to play with anybody. My brother Bomani Jones is in another booth looking at me. I love that brother. I don't want to talk to you today. I've got producers who have been very, very good to me. I've got bosses who have been very, very good to me. I've got co-workers that I love. I don't want to talk to anybody. My godson, Jonathan Barnes, is sitting right in front of me, and I don't want to look at him. I'm ticked off. I mean, this is just, and Sean Farnham on Get Up this morning with Mike Greenberg, him and his Benedict Arnold self, walking around having shows on television in the morning, acting like this is just a good day to just laugh. It's always a laugh with the New York Knicks for non-New York Knicks fans. I thought Mike Greenberg was a good man. I thought he was a person that didn't like to watch people suffer. And then that damn Pablo out there with Bomani, he's standing in the hallway laughing at me too. This is not funny. It's not funny. I mean, this is a terrible, terrible day. I don't know about the rest of yous. I don't know about the rest of yous. But if you are a Knicks fan, this is the equivalent of being kidnapped, stored in a basement, being tortured, and then they let you out when you're of no use to anybody. I mean, you just can't make this up. I'm telling you right now, I got an attitude with everybody. Every damn body. Even that damn Spike Lee, I heard he's in the Philippines. He's lucky he's not New York City. If you are not a Knicks fan, you make me sick. I don't like any of yous. Any of yous. Because today is a laughing day for all of yous. I mean, damn it. It never, ever, ever goes our way. And that damn Golick and Wingo on the radio show this morning, I mean, Trey Wingo, it's a Golick calling me up. We just want to make sure you're okay. You don't care. You can pretend all you want. You didn't care about me. Adrian Wojnarowski, our ultimate insider. You see that look of glee on his face? I know he's objective. I know he's just giving you out the information. But did he have to have that smile on his face, Nuno, when he was giving us the news about the New York Knicks? And that damn Mark Tatum, the deputy commissioner of the NBA, him too. I got an attitude with him too. Why the hell does he have to hold those cards? I bet you if somebody else was holding, I bet you if Adam Silver was the one announcing the picks, the Knicks would have had the #1 overall pick. I'm blaming Tatum too. I mean, the Knicks can't catch a break to save their damn lives. Can't catch a break. All you want, you gave us James Dolan all of these years. We can't win basketball games. We can't be relevant. Prior to this, last 20 years, it was the Patrick Ewing era, but Michael Jordan kept standing in his way, and Dave Checketts kept lying to us, making us believe we had a chance with Jordan when we knew good and damn well we never had a chance. Before that, you got the Trent Tuckers and Rory Sparrows of the world. Before that, you had Bernard King, or even during that. New York Knicks haven't won a title since 1973. I was 5 years old. 5. I'm 51 years old. It is 46 years and counting that the New York Knicks haven't won a title. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Had they gotten Zion Williamson via the #1 overall pick last night, it'd have felt like a title. But we couldn't even get that. I blame the Knicks organization too. What the hell you bring Patrick Ewing up there for? He's not Dave DeBusschere, God rest his soul. If you couldn't deliver us a championship against Jordan, why the hell should we believe you're going to deliver us ping pong balls? I got an attitude with everybody. Everybody. All of you make me sick. All of you. And that damn ESPN, yes, I'm talking about my own network. And I say this respectfully. You make me sick today. Why am I saying that? Because, Nuno, you know what they did? The New York Knicks had a 50%, 60% chance of getting the #5 overall pick. Okay? So usually you go to commercial after the 6th pick to announce the final 5 picks. Did ESPN do that last night with Rachel Nichols? No! She didn't do it. She didn't do it. You know what they did with her? And that daggone Jay Billis, my brother, and Jay Williams there with his cheese steak, with his smile on his face, they're cheesing. Like they George Foreman. All of them were sitting up there laughing at us Knicks fans. Jay Williams, Jay Billis, one time they had 4 Dookies up there with Rachel. They had Jay Billis, Jay Williams, along with Zion and R.J. Barrett. Just laughing and cheesing. And so what happens? You sit up there and you go to commercial after the 5th pick, not before, after the 5th pick is announced. Because, ladies and gentlemen, understand the magnitude of the moment. Once the 5th pick is announced and the New York Knicks got past that, the New York Knicks were in the Final Four and they had the Lakers up against them. Then along with that, New Orleans and Memphis. I'm sitting there like, oh my God, this is it. They're going to pull it off. They're going to pull it off. Oh, this is going to be so special. I'm on the turnpike. I pull over to the rest stop because the ESPN app is the bomb. And I'm watching the ESPN app. ESPN on the ESPN app. Television on my phone. And I watched it. And they went to #4, Nuno. And they said the Lakers are #4. I said, oh my God, they're going to do it. They're going to do it. Oh, this is special. Oh, this is what I've been waiting for right here. The final 3 picks are the New Orleans Pelicans, the Memphis Grizzlies, and the New York Knicks. Far be it for me to think that the NBA would be like, hey, I know we're a global iconic brand, but we only get bigger if New York gets large. Far be it for me to think that Zion Williamson in New York City would have been a mega attraction for the NBA. Far be it for me To not be worried about a Memphis squad that's lucky to have a team in its city that should be relocating to Seattle. Far be it for me, for the New Orleans Pelicans that are run by football people, or at least once upon a time they were, and thinking that they're about to lose Anthony Davis. No. They could get a couple of picks. They could do something. Far be it for me not to be worried. This is the Knicks. The Lakers are out of it. They got the number 4 overall pick. The New York Knicks only got Memphis and New Orleans in this way. It is a foregone conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, that the New York Knicks are going to get the number 1 pick, just like they did in '85 when they got Patrick Ewing, just like Cleveland did in 2003 when they got the homegrown product. Listen, LeBron from Akron, Ohio, y'all. And conveniently, the Cleveland Cavaliers got LeBron James. Why can't I sit up there and think that Zion, although he's from South Carolina, the marquee that he is, that, the 2 of the final 4 picks belong to the Lakers or the Knicks, that he going to end up with one of them. But no. What does the NBA do? They got to show us. No rigging here. We don't do that. And I appreciate that. But if there was ever a time I wanted something rigged, if there was ever a time I think rigging would have been justified, if there was ever a time that I believed, the hell with parity. It's Madison Avenue. This is everything. They wouldn't do this to Zion. They wouldn't do this to Knicks fans. After all, the NBA league office is right over there by the St. Patrick's Cathedral. You can look right out the commissioner's window in his office. You're right over the St. Patrick's Cathedral. They wouldn't do this. They wouldn't do this to New York. They wouldn't do this. And that damn Mark Tatum, that deputy commissioner of the National Basketball Association, a good man, great man, actually. I love the guy personally, just not today. Not after what he did to me last night. Not after what he did to New York fans everywhere last night. When he pulled that envelope and he opened that envelope and showed that the New York Knicks had the number 3 overall pick, he ruined everything. He ruined everything. Now, he's not in charge of the ping pong balls. I guess I don't know what the hell is. Or who is, and you got some security firm guarding it with Secret Service looking men all over the place. Looking like a buffed up Bomani Jones. Okay? I don't give a damn about that. We needed Zion. And what the hell are we going to get? Don't y'all understand? It doesn't matter whether it's Jared Culver. It doesn't matter whether it's R.J. Barrett. It doesn't matter whether it's Darius Garland or anybody else. New York needed Zion. Because either you had Zion or you were going to maneuver that to get your hands on Anthony Davis. And just like that, poof, up in smoke. Didn't happen. Not going to happen. And we are left to sit here for the next month and a half praying beyond prayer that KD and Kyrie won't change their mind and that they'll end up coming to New York. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I got news for you. It's all we have. It's all we have. I can't believe this. I cannot believe this. That the New York Knicks cannot catch a break. If there was ever a time that I thought James Dolan should give up ownership, it would be now. Because this has absolutely nothing to do with him. But I'm just convinced that black cat running around the New York Knicks franchise, it's got to be because of Dolan. And then to make matters even worse, my colleague here, Will Kane, lawyer by profession, trying to be a sports broadcaster. Good luck with that. He's good, but he's not me. We all know what time it is. Love you, Will, but it's the truth. Here's the deal. Will Kane, for the first time today, for the first time in his soon-to-be illustrious career, because he's on the come up. And actually, ladies and gentlemen, he actually is a very, very good guy. I'm very fond of Will. Just don't tell him I said that, okay? Will Kane actually got me this morning. No Cowboy fan, the stinking, nauseating, disgusting fan base that is the Dallas Cowboys. Nobody has ever got me on this. But when I said the black cat, Will Kane came on television and said that black cat that's been running around that franchise. And I said, damn, he got me. Even before he finished his sentence, what do I say about the Cowboys? The same thing that I was saying about the Knicks. The Cowboy fan actually caught me talking about the Knicks in the same breath. That's how low this day is. And it's just so sad. It's just so sad.
Nothing ever goes right. Nothing ever goes right for us. Been a Knicks fan all my life. Won a title in 1973. Max Kellerman accurately points out how. Never had a box office marquee dude, Skywalker. Destined to make the highlight reels. Never had that. Had Earl Pearl Monroe, Walt Clyde Frazier. But at that time, Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, people like that were playing. Had Patrick Ewing in the 80s. Didn't really have much to speak of in the 90s. You had Ewing, Larry Johnson, Chris Paul, Chris Childs, all of these guys. It's fine, it's fine. James Dolan takes over. Proverbial black cat is running around Madison Square Garden like a virus. Everything it touches turns to mush. And we thought we was going to be saved on a couple occasions, or a few occasions, actually. We thought that Stephon Marbury was going to come save the day. Didn't happen. Thought Isaiah Thomas was going to come save the day. Didn't happen. Thought Larry Brown, who had just won a title in Detroit, we thought that was going to be a savior. That didn't happen. We thought Carmelo Anthony coming. That didn't happen. We were like, fine, okay. Got Patrick Ewing, ping pong balls, David Bush in 1985. All right, fine. And last night comes Max Kellerman. And I'm going to give ESPN a lot of blame of this, too. The level of misery that I feel right now is because of the very network that I play for, that I work for. I'm disgusted with ESPN this morning. I'm going to tell you why. I'm on the Turnpike, Max Kellerman. I'm watching it on the ESPN Watch app. Beautiful app. Beautiful app. I encourage everybody to go get it. I mean, it's just watch TV on your phone. No question about it. And the New York Knicks had a 60% chance, Max Kellerman, of getting the 5th pick. So when the 5th pick was announced, it wasn't the 6th pick that then they went to commercial. It was the 5th pick. And then after the 5th pick was announced and the New York Knicks wasn't it, I said, wait a minute. What? It's the Knicks, the Lakers, and Memphis and New Orleans. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. Oh, that's beautiful. And then they went to commercial, and then they came back, and they said the 4th pick is the Lakers. I'm just going crazy. Oh, my God. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, this is special. And then the 3rd pick came. Not number 2. I mean, you can't even get to the top 2. The 3rd pick with Memphis and New Orleans as your only competition. Tatum, the deputy commissioner of the NBA, otherwise a good man, but I don't like him today. He sits up there and announces the New York Knicks have the 3rd overall pick. And everything that I had been dreaming about went to dust. Why? I know that they were reporting before. First of all, Zion is Zion. That's a given. We don't need to belabor that. But then I had heard New York Knicks might consider trading Zion Williamson, packaging him, and ultimately getting your hands on Anthony Davis. Obviously, I spoke to the Knicks. They said Wojnarowski, no surprise there, his report was absolutely accurate. There was no truth. We weren't going to move Zion Williamson.
Thank God, because you know what kind of a jerk organization gets Zion and trades him?
But listen to what I'm saying to you. I am fantasizing one or two scenarios, Max. This is all I'm doing. Either we have Zion with KD and Kyrie coming, or we have Zion to package with Knox, Ntilikina, and others to get Anthony Davis to package with KD and Kyrie. That's all I'm thinking about. And the fact that the New York Knicks ended up with the number 3 overall pick, to me, Max, strip them of the left. So in my mind, it's not about losing Zion. It's about jeopardizing what we're all hoping for, which is KD and Kyrie coming, because I'm panicking because it's the Knicks. What can go wrong will go wrong. And that's how I was thinking, and that's how I've been thinking. And to be quite honest with you, that's how I'm going to keep thinking until KD and Kyrie come, because until that moment arrives, I'm going to sit here looking at the New York Knicks. These two dudes are my only hope.